G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 19 of our ATV Skater Templar playthrough, where last episode we did basically half of the Ashes of Melmoth expansion, or at least half of the city, and I remembered I forgot a few things outside, so we're going to go and do those now. We are going to the Melmoth Outskirts Rift, and we're going to go pay a visit to Dravis's servants. Now, these quests they're not so much secret, but they are part of one of the expansion's secret quests, I guess you could say. We're more or less just doing them for XP. I believe there's a blue or a purple item that we get for the second one of these, but this is basically just for XP. So, you come down here into the cellars, and in this corner here, you will find an old lectern, and Dravis's letter. Turnox here, one of my favorite NPCs to farm when I was playing my Death Knight, because she drops, or he, I'm not sure, drops Krieg's boots, which, if you're playing an Aether Death Knight, or even a physical Death Knight, is a massive spike in power to get those boots. So I spent a lot of time farming her, or him, I don't know. But yes, we went in there, we got the book that we were in there for, and now the way out is blocked, so we'll have to go around, which we should be able to get around here, or we would be able to if there weren't so many monsters in the way. Here we go. And we're heading out onto the plains again, just out here, where we will find Dahlia. Now, I'm just going to clear these because, well, I want to, and also to give me something to do while I'm waffling. Dahlia's quest actually starts back in Homestead in Act 3. You have to find her diary, which is actually very easy to locate. You come out of the top left exit of Homestead and you just follow the road until you get to a damaged house. In there you will find a glowing blue, I guess it's a podium or a lectern or something, similar to the one we just found in the sewers, and that will have Dahlia's diary in it. You grab her diary, you go give it back to her. She's very, very happy, and you need to do that. That's the first part of this quest chain. The second part is to, I think the book we got is actually the second part, and this is the third part, although this may be the second part, and then the little note we found in the sewers might be the third. I forget exactly how it works. Okay, so we've spawned on the, I think the upper right in here. Cinder Wastes, you have several different places you can spawn in. We are going to be fighting Gabalthun here, it looks like, which is not a problem. We were going to have to fight him anyway. I just didn't want to fight him with too much other stuff also attacking us. Conflagration. We're not going to use it, but this is a fire-based relic. So it looks like this is a channeled skill. Okay. So that's the Flames of Ignifar-like relic, I guess. Not sure if the microphone's picking it up, but it just started raining here and it's quite heavy. Right. So we want to head sort of down this way. We are looking for the servant of Dravis and his two little stooges. We're going to kill them, and I just want to check the Sunder, yeah. So Sunder here, you can tell this big red circle above my head, means I'm taking a ton of extra damage. The icon for it, however, just says tag not found, tag duration damage multiplier, 1 second remaining. It doesn't actually tell you how much extra damage you're taking. So I could be taking, 5% extra damage, I could be taking double damage, I just don't know. Here is Bandragos, the thrall of Dravis, and we want to kill his two little friends first, because they will heal him. Although, apparently they didn't heal him. Maybe that's an elite or an ultimate only thing. But generally speaking, they definitely do heal him. I've seen them do it. I know they do it. Right, so coming in here and killing him was the whole point of coming in here. There is a bunch of additional levels or floors in this place, but we are not going to do those. I'm now looking for the exit, which can spawn in a bunch of different places, and maybe we'll find the treasure trove as well while we're looking for the exit. Probably find the exit first because it is considerably easier to spot. In the middle of this area, there is a portal that will take you to a deeper level of this area, and in that area is where you will find Lunar Valgoth, who drops the Necromancer +1 belt, and also the Occultist +1 belt. So if you're playing either of those masteries, and you want a belt with +1 skills for them, this is where you can get one of those. There's also a faction belt available for both as well, I believe. Okay, here's the exit, and we didn't find the treasure trove, but that's fine. We didn't come here for the treasure trove. We came here to kill the Bandragos, and he's dead, so let's get out of here. Looks like everybody gets sundered. Interesting. The Chthonic and Ethereal War is fun to watch sometimes. Alright, so we are looking for Dahlia, and she is to the south of here. So she is actually in the Morndale map, so if it changes to be Malmouth outskirts, you've gone too far north. And here she is now. So what are you doing here? We actually read her diary, and it's a fun little story. Okay, yeah, so the sewers was the first one. I think we've already found that. What now? I've been there, we killed his minions. I did find something on his thrall, and thank you for the weapon. So she gave us the Razorleaf Glaive, which is not very good. We're not going to use it. This chest, however, whoa, look at those resistances. We're not going to use that either. Okay. So, now that that's done, the next quest from her occurs in Forgotten Gods from memory. But we are not going to do that in normal. What we are going to do, it might not actually be available in normal. What we are going to do is we are going to finish the Ashes of Malmouth expansion today. Well, should be today, barring something really weird happening. We should be able to get through this last section in 20 minutes or so, no problem. So we want these fleshbound vents. There are 3 of them. You can see the checklist here. There is also a devotion shrine just here, which you can see, which we are heading to get as well. Let's fill the door with fire here. Alright. There was also, in the 1.2 patch, a new MI. Okay, we've just experienced a crash, so I will be right back. Alrighty, I have fought my way back to where we just crashed, and we will continue from here. So, you can see the desecrated shrine just there. That's where we're heading. And we will do that shrine, but first I'm going to clear the area. Just up here is an Ethereal Guardian? Very... Okay, I was expecting a yellow name, but that's fine. He's still going to die. Also, you may have just seen at the top right of the screen there, is Valexteria. Now, Valexteria is another one of the Ethereals who drops pieces of the Krieg set. She does have to be... I think you require Elite, but you definitely require level 75 in order to have her drop them. And we're not really interested in Krieg set for this build anyway, although the bonus Aether damage is certainly not a bad thing. Alright, looks like she's decided she wants to play. So we are going to be killing her now. This meteor almost certainly will sunder you. It certainly hurts if it hits you. So just be aware that when you fight her, she does drop meteors on you. If you stand in the doorway here, her meteors will often hit the building, so you don't have to worry so much about taking all that damage. Once again, pathing in Malmo is absolute cancer, and probably the single thing I dislike most about this game, which is otherwise an amazing game. Okay, so we have this vent just here, this fleshbound vent here to kill, and then we have one more up to the north, and that will gain us access into the Fleshworks, which is the end area of this expansion. I did also just finish a devotion shrine, so we have another point to spend, which should get us the proc on Dryad. So let's go ahead and get somewhere safe-ish, and then quickly spend that, and we're going to attach it to Vanish. So this is a damage, or a healing proc. Doesn't do any damage by the looks of it. I actually had thought it did damage, but what do I know? See if we can trigger it. Does it have a 100% chance? 100% on attack. So I can't see it, but I definitely am getting healed from it. 100% trigger chance basically means it is going off. We will see how useful it is. I'm somewhat skeptical of a heal that requires me to remember to push the button in order to get it. But we will see. I think we would be better off taking something a little more automatic. But I think we need the yellow skill points, or the yellow devotion points. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's good. I don't know, I'm going to forget to push it, so... It's definitely not going to be good for me. Right, that devotion shrine there is something I'm interested in killing. And also, the vent we need to get is actually not that way, but we're going to go that way anyway. And clear that shrine, or that totem. These are really good for loot, they're also quite good for XP. And you can drop a bunch of fire on the ground, then summon these guys. Turn the loot off. Alright, here we go. Spell Sage Boots, no. Blade Master Talisman, also no. What do we got? Scorched Runes, that's a weapon, so that's a no. Actually, that's not a no on this build. It's a no. This build doesn't have an MI weapon, so we definitely could use random rares. Unfortunately, this time we didn't get any gear upgrades from the totem. But, you know, them's the breaks. It is what it is, and all those other platitudes. Alright, here we go. So we need to head out the back here, and out this way, and here is our final vent. Sometimes the totem is over here. Just whenever you see totems, go ahead and do them. The only really super dangerous totem is in Warden Creek Cellar, and that's only because by the time you get there, usually your build is not really under control yet. But once your build is kind of done, then that particular totem also becomes free loot and XP. We are going all the way back. Let's just skip the middleman. We'll run back the way we've already cleared. That was not where I wanted to go. Okay. So actually we probably should have just stayed there, but that's fine. That's fine. I meant to do that. Alright, so we now have access to the Fleshworks. We're going to go in there, make our way through the first area, which is basically just an empty area with monsters in it, which I guess makes it not empty. But there's no quest updates to get in the first area. And then we have 2 quests in the second area, and then the Act boss. Okay, welcome to the infestation. I'm not entirely sure the lore behind this place, but I think this is where the Ethereals kind of started, or at least a major part of it. I think they also started in Port Valbury. Someone who's more into the lore can probably tell you better than I can. I think we actually do Maven's Sphere. I did have a look at the ATV guide in between episodes, well actually in between crashes, but it definitely says to put points into Maven's Sphere and not into Ascension, which is weird to me because Ascension's really good. Although Maven's Sphere is active all the time instead of just sometimes. Okay, a couple of secrets here. You can blow your way through this wall, and there's a... It's not an Exalted Stash, it's more like a Hidden Spoils chest, but it's decent loot. Then there is another one over this way. Where are we? Is it just here? Nope, it's on the other side of the wall. Or maybe I'm remembering a different area. Yeah, I think I'm remembering a different area. There's also another one over here from memory. It's a fair way out of the way, so it's not really worth heading there just for that. And there's nothing else over there, so I almost never go get it. Right, through the Fleshbound door, and we are now in the Fleshworks proper. There are actually 2 quests in here, plus the Guardians to kill to get access to the boss. So we are going to do both of those quests, although one of them I'm not sure is actually a quest from memory. It may be cut content, we're not sure. Perhaps in the Fangs of Astrakhan expansion they will do something with that particular ethereal, but for now, no such luck. So, say hello to Krieg again. This is where he goes after you kill him. And I don't know where he goes after you kill him again. Okay, and we're going to blow this place up, because that was a quest. So basically this guy is using all these people you see tied to the wall. You zoom right in, you can see that these used to be women, and he's got a full-blown Alien versus Predator setup going on, where he's churning out ethereal, or bodies for the ethereals to possess. It's probably one of the darker stories in Grim Dawn, although the story of how the Slith were made is also pretty dark. The Trip South lore notes are also very, very dark. I definitely recommend reading all of the lore notes if you haven't already done it. This game has a very dark story. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, here is Hagalvar the Bonemonger. We're going to kill him. He is one half of the key that opens the door to, well, this door just here. So, we need to kill him, which we've already done, and now we need to go find his buddy, whose name is escaping me right now. Probably in the quest log. Nope, it is not. It's this guy, Rodalgar. Alright, we can kill Rodalgar. There he goes. Alright, we now have access to the Act boss. However, I'm going to take a quick run down the right side of the map, because there is an ethereal locked up here, and we're going to let him out. And I think we get XP for letting him out, but don't quote me on that, because I'm not sure. I haven't done it for a little while. Let's see what he says. We can kill him, or we can let him go. And that's why I don't do this quest, because it actually gives you absolutely nothing. Okay, we do have another loot. Hidden flesh warp spoils here. Again, it's basically a hidden spoils chest with a different skin, and you're very unlikely to get anything good from it. But it is possible. And, you know, hidden loot's kind of cool. Okay, in terms of the boss, I'm actually going to pull him up on the monster database on grimtools.com. So he is the Master of Flesh, and he does majority Aether damage. Aether and Lightning, Aether Physical. Second form is Physical, Piercing, and Vitality. That's interesting. Also Fire and Aether. Alright, and then his third form is Lightning, Aether Physical, Lightning, Aether Physical, Lightning, Physical. Okay, so the main ones we want to watch out for are Lightning, Aether, Physical we can't really do anything about. We're not too worried because we have all of our resistances under control. But if you don't have your resistances under control, those are the ones you want to do. So Lightning, Aether, Vitality, Piercing, and Physical, which you can't really do a huge amount about. Let's see if we can go and empty our bags. I am going to pick up an Aether resistance potion, and we may as well don't do all these turn-ins. These pants are definitely worth putting on, so we'll do that. It's always worth doing your gear juggling before you go into. That's a nice chunk of Aether resistance. I might swap that in. Yeah, we definitely will. It's always worth doing your gear juggling before you go into a boss fight, just so as you have the best gear you have available. Okay, we've already done that. I'm just going to head back to DC, or Devil's Crossing, to swap those components over. And I may not actually need that Aether Resistance Potion after changing those items out. Let's go ahead and keep the add-on there. Put that in there. You know what, I am going to use that one. No, I'm not. I would like to use that one, because why not have overcapped and higher maximum fire resistances? But it would break my vitality res, and we did just get finished saying that, how is that so much vitality resistance? Oh, it's bleeding. Okay, alright. Wait, how? The wardstone. Alright. So, if I put the wardstone on... Yeah, okay, so I am going to swap that over as well. Okay, and I would like to do this, but that's the bleeding. Okay, alright, good, good, good. So now we are good to go. Aether Res is way over cap. I don't need that potion anymore, even if he does shred your resistances. He's not going to be shredding 46% or more on normal. There's just no way. I am expecting him to sunder me, but let's go see. I haven't done any act bosses with the sunder mechanics, so this should be somewhat terrifying. You know what? I am going to actually waste even more time and go get some royal jelly bombs and such, because it can't hurt to have extra health. Okay, a little bit of health regen. We've got 2 royal jellies there, so I should be able to make 2 potions. Consumables, here we go. Royal jelly balm is the one we have already, so we can do essence. We can do extract, but that's energy. I don't really care about that. Okay, I think they're just these two, which we are going to use now. And that's enough stalling. Let's go kill an act boss. Fingers crossed. Like I said, I haven't done any of the bosses with Sunder yet. Hopefully this doesn't hurt too much. Alright, here we go. So holding down Alt to force the move. That's already sundered me. Alright, first form down. Stack up some fire on him. Okay, second form is down. Again, we're just going to zoom back and forth here. I'm imagining I'm going to get sundered pretty quickly here. Yep, definitely sundered. It definitely doesn't help that I didn't see any... Like, I would imagine that big stomp would do sunder. But I don't know what actually applied sunder to me. This is a really nice weapon for an Aether soldier of some description. If this was a level 80, 84 or 94 weapon, this would be perfect for a Krieg's Death Knight that's just starting out. Unfortunately, that's not us, so no good. Alright, let's grab our loot, and that's us done for normal. So, I really would have liked to have this set on the other character. Right, and the Master's Trove here, Falcon's Claw. Alright, so we didn't really get any upgrades. That's interesting, I don't remember ever seeing that before. Maybe I just usually kill him too fast. Anywho, that is the end of Theoden Marcel, and that is the end of Ashes of Malmoth for normal difficulty. So let's go ahead and do this turn-in. What's our next move? Wendigo Mane Leggings. That's actually not bad. So, it's not amazing either though. The Vitality res, the PS res would basically lower our resistances by a tiny amount. The armor is a nice but not massive upgrade. We would lose 40 offensive ability. This is not awful. I'm almost certainly not going to use them, but it's not awful. Yeah. I'm definitely not going to use them. Okay, let's just vendor all this. I don't think we get the quest for the Black Iron Docks in normal. So I think we are done with veteran difficulty, and it's time to move on to elite. Let's just make sure. Yep. Where are they? That's honored. Black Legion just hit honored, so I'm going to actually go and get their writ right now before I forget about it, like I did on the Spellbreaker. You definitely, absolutely 100% want... Oh, I just broke my travel rune as well. As soon as you get honored with the Black Legion, drop what you're doing and go and get this writ, because the Black Legion is, in my mind at least, the most important faction to get to Revered with as soon as possible. How do we do with the resistance? Here we go. So we are 2,500. So when we get to Malmoth in Elite, this should get us to Honored. I think we currently have enough reputation to buy the Void set. Here we go, Plaudia. Yeah, so we will, at level 65, we will be using the Void Pauldrons and the Void Cuirass. just because armor, basically, and they have fire and burn damage, bunch of health, 2 resistances on each of them. The Mammoth resistance, their stuff is really nice for a lot of builds I've played. The Defender set here, really good for physical, or no, it's Vanguard for the physical. So if you're playing a Warlord or a Death Knight or whatever, and you're doing physical damage, you want to get this set at 65 and then again at 90. Where's the Vanguard? Here we go. Again at 90, you get 2 resistances around 40% on each piece. You get a chunk of phys damage, tons of armor. These sets are really nice. But yeah, that'll be the end of normal. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one when we start Elite. Bye for now.